Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. This is chapter 1 from 3. This is the last part of this chapter. Indices. Okay, our learning standard for this video: to perform operation involving law of indices. As my previous video, I have shown you all the law of indices. So for this video, we will use all the law of indices that we learned. Okay, how do you perform operation involving law of indices? So this is all the law of indices that we have learned together from my previous video, from part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. So this is the last part for this chapter. So have a look at this. We review all the law of indices that we have learned. If you have multiplication here, the same day, so we just add the index. A to the power of m divide a to the power of n equals to a to the power of m minus n. If you have raised to the power here, a to the power of m to the power of n equals to a to the power of m times n. Remember this, a to the power of 0 equals to 1. Also, you have learned a to the power of negative n equals to 1 over a to the power of n. And this is the index in different form. All of this I have show you from my previous video. So look at example 15. Simplify each of the following. So question A. So you have to use all the law of indices that you have learned from the previous video. So the first step, you have to expand like this. So negative 3 to the power of 3, negative 3 to the power of 3, x to the power of 3 times 2 to the power of 4. So let me use my pen. Okay. So you have to taken out all the number in bracket. So this is 2 to the power of 4, 2 to the power of 2, x to the power of 3 times 2, y to the power of negative 4 times 2. So for denominator, remain unchanged. Then negative 3 cubed is negative 27. X cubed times 2 square is 4. X 3 times 2 is 6. Y to the power of negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. The denominator remain unchanged. And then calculate the coefficient first. Negative 27 times 4 divided by 108. And then x 3 plus 6 minus 4. So 3 plus 6 minus 4. Plus here because multiplication. Minus because of division. So y negative 8 minus 3. So negative 8 minus 3. Use your calculator to calculate this, and then you will get negative 1. X to the power of 3 plus 6 minus 4 is 5. Y to the power of negative 8 minus 3 equals to negative 11. If you find difficult to calculate this, you can use your calculator. So this is y to the power of negative 11. So as we learned before, y to the power of negative 11 is actually 1 over y to the power of 11. So we put at the denominator. So I hope you understand this. Look at this B. Okay, the first step, square root of m here, square root of m, we change to m to the power of 1 over 2. If you have like this, square root of m, then it becomes m to the power of 1 over 3. If you have fifth root of m, then it becomes m to the power of 1 over 5. So please remember this. When you see this, and then change to m to the power of 1 over n. So square root m here change to m to the power of 1 over 2. n to the power of 3 over 4 remain unchanged, times m to the power of 1, here 1, times 1 over 3 is m to the power of 1 over 3, n to the power of 3 times 1 over 3. This is in the form of raised to a power, so you have to taken out the number in the bracket. So it becomes like this. Please pause this video and review again if you don't understand. So for denominator, m to the power of negative 1 times 1 over 6. So m to the power of negative 1 times 1 over 6. This square root of n cubed change to n to the power of 3 over 2. Actually, this is the same thing as I shown you just now. So for this, if you have square root of n cubed, then it becomes n to the power of 3 over 2. So this is the numerator. If you have question like this, let's say I change here 4, so it becomes n to the power of 4 over 3. The power here, you put in the numerator, then this you put as denominator. Okay, so times with 1 over 6 here. So this is the first step. You have to taken out all the number in bracket first. Next, m to the power of 1 over 2, n to the power of 3 over 4 remain unchanged. For this, we calculate this. 3 times 1 over 3 cancel out 3. Then we get 1. So negative 1 times 1 over 6 is negative 1 over 6. N to the power of 3 over 2 times 1 over 6 is 1 over 4. Once you have done this, you can look at the same base and do your calculation. M to the power of 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 minus because of division, negative 1 over 6 here. So please be careful here. Minus negative 1 over 6. N to the power of 3 over 4 plus 1 minus 1 over 4. So 3 over 4 plus 1 minus 1 over 4. This one you can use your calculator. Then when you calculate, you will get 1. And this you will get 3 over 2. So this is the final answer. So next, for C. First, you have to taken out 2 square h square. So 2 square h square. This one 16 to the power of 1 over 4. H to the power of 8 times 1 over 4 over or divide 8 to the power of 1 over 3 times negative 2. H to the power of 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. This one is remain unchanged. Then 16 here change to 2 to the power of 4 so that you can cancel out 4. H 8 times 1 over 4 you also can cancel out. 8 here change to 2 cube. 2 cube is equals to 8. So 3 times 1 over 3 you can cancel out 3. Negative 2 here is belong to this. H to the power of negative 2. Okay, 2 square h square remain unchanged times 2 to the power of 1 h square. This is for numerator. For denominator, 2 to the power of 1 times negative 2 is 2 to the power of negative 2. H to the power of negative 2. Negative 2 here. So done with this. Here we got same base. So here also. So 2 to the power of 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1 minus negative 2. 2 plus 1 minus negative 2. H 2 plus 2 minus negative 2. And then you get 2 to the power of 5. H to the power of 6. 2 to the power of 5 is 32. So answer 32. H to the power of 8. So have a look at example 16. So the first step, 49 here, change to 7 square. 7 square to the power of 1 over 2. 1 to 5 here, change to 5 cube to the power of negative 1 over 3. Just follow the power here. For denominator, cube root of 2401. 2401 is actually 7 to the power of 4 to the power of 1 over 4. This is that I shown you in the previous slide. So 3125 is 5 to the power of 5 to the power of 1 over 5. If you don't understand this, please refer to my previous video. Okay, here cancel out 2, then you get 7 to the power of 1. Cancel out 3, 5 to the power of negative 1. Cancel out 4 here, 7 to the power of 1 times 5. Cancel out 5 here, so times 5 to the power of 1. Then 7, 1 minus 1 because it's divide. 5 to the power of negative 1 minus 1. So 7 to the power of 0 as we learned in the law of indices. 7, any number or any coefficient to the power of 0 equals to 1. So 7 to the power of 0 equals to 1. 5 to the power of negative 2 is 1 over 5 square. So this is the answer. Next, B. This is the question. 16 change to 2 to the power of 4. This is the power to the power of 3 over 4. 81 change to 3 over 4 to the power of negative 1 over 4. Taken out this. So 2 to the power of 6 times 1 over 2 times 3 to the power of 4 to the power of 1 over 2. 1 over 2. So cancel out 4 to cube times 3 to the power of negative 1 divided by 2 to the power of 3 times 3 square. So 3 minus 3 here because of divide times 3 negative 1 minus 2. Then you get 2 to the power of 0 times 3 to the power of negative 3. 2 to the power of 0 is 1. 3 to the power of negative 3 is 1 over 3 cubed. So this is the final answer, 1 over 27. 3 cubed is 27. So have a look at question C. This is the question, the first step. Taken out first. So 243 to the power of 4 over 5 times 2. 5 to the power of 3 over 2 times 2. This form you change to this form. This one also in the form of 25 to the power of 4 over 2. Next step, 243 change to 3 to the power of 5 to the power of 4 over 5 times 2 is 8 over 5. Cancel out 2, so this is 5 cubed. The denominator here, 81, change to 3 to the power of 4 to the power of 1 over 4. 25 change to 5 square to the power of 4 over 2. Cancel out 4 and 2 here. And you will get 3 to the power of 8 times 5 to the power of 3 divided by 3 to the power of 1 times 5 to the power of 4. So 8 minus 1, 3 to the power of 8 minus 1 times 5 to the power of 3 minus 4. To get this, here put in the denominator. So 3 over 7 is 2187 over 5. You can leave your answer like this or change to mixed number. Okay, this is your homework, Mind Test 1.2J. So this is the last learning standard for this video. Solve problem involving laws of indices. So calculate the value of this without using calculator. When the question asks you to not using calculator, so you have to show all the calculation. So 3 square root of 3 change to 3 to the power of 1 over 2. 12 here, you have to change to 2 times 2 times 3. So 2 times 2 times 3 is 12. Okay. Then for 6, you change to 2 times 3. Okay, some tips here. 12 is actually you can change to 6 times 2 or 4 times 3, but we use the very least number here so that we can find the same base here, so that we can use law of indices. So this is 3 to the power of 1 over 2. So 2 to the power of, we taken out all number in the bracket. So 2 to the power of 3 over 2. 2 to the power of 3 over 2. And 3 to the power of 3 over 2. So times 2 to the, divide by 2 to the power of 1 times 3 to the power of 1. Then, we look at the same base. So we have 3 equal base here, base 3. So 1 over 2, 1 over 2 plus, because it's multiplication, so plus 3 over 2. And then minus 1, because this is divide, so minus 1. So 3 to the power of 1 over 2 plus 3 over 2 minus 1. For base 2, 3 over 2 here plus 3 over 2 minus 1. You can use your calculator to calculate this. And then you will get 3 to the power of 1 times 2 square. Then the final answer is 12. So calculate the value of x for the equation. Okay, this is the equation. So the first step, the 9 here change to 3 square. So the power remain unchanged. Divide by 3 to the power of 4. We want the base all are the same, 3. So 1 here change to base 3. So 3 to the power of 0. Remember this, a to the power of 0 equals to 1. So you can change 1 here to 3 to the power of 0. Next, since this is multiplication, so x plus 2 bracket x plus 5 minus 4 equals to 3 to the power of 0. So this is 3 plus, so x plus this minus, okay, since this is all the same base. So then you expand this, you'll get 2x plus 10. So x plus 2x is 3x and minus 4 is 6. So since the base are equal, of course the index must be equal. So you can ignore the base, you just write the power because the question asks you to calculate the value of x. So you just take the power. 3x plus 6 equals to 0. Why we do like this? Because this is the same base. This is the equal sign. So if this number are equal, then the power also equal. So 3x plus 6 equals to 0. You solve this. So you get x to the power of negative 2. So we just answered the question. The question asks you to calculate the value of x. So here is the value of x. So I hope you understand. If you don't understand, please pause the video and repeat again. So next, calculate the possible values for x. Possible values. This is the key. That means the value is more than 1. For the equation, this is the equation. So first, write the equation first. And then, since this is all the same base, so x squared plus 2x plus because of multiplication here. So 3 to the power of x squared plus 2x equals to 3 to the power of 15. Since the base are equal, so that the index must be equal. So x squared plus 2x equals to 15. And then you change to standard form of quadratic equation. This one you have learned last year. So x squared plus 2x minus 15 equals to 10. Then solve this quadratic equation using factorization method. Then you get x minus 3 in bracket x plus 5 equals to 0. If you don't know how to do this, you can refer to your last year lesson. So then you get x equals to 3 and x equals to negative 5. So this is the possible values of x. So example 20, solve the following simultaneous equation. So you have two equation here. Okay, have a look at this first. 25 to the power of n times 5 to the power of n equals to 5 over 8. So look at this. This is base 5. So change 25 to base 5. So 5 square to the power of n. Then take the index, then you plus the index because of multiplication here, equals to 5 to the power of 8. Since this is the same base, so the power must be equal. So 2m plus n equals to 8. This is equation 1. For the second equation, so 2 to the power of m times 1 over 2 to the power of negative n equals to 2. So this is remain unchanged. This one changed to negative index form. 2 to the power of 2 is actually 2 to the power of 1. So you plus the index because it's multiplication. So since the base are equal, then the power are equal. So m minus n equals to 1. So this is the second equation. So this is also you have learned in last year. So equation 1 and equation 2 can be solved by substitution method. So from 1 factorize, so you get n here. So 8 minus 2m, this is equation 3. And then substitute equation 3 into 2. So this is equation 2. So substitute the value of n here with 8 minus 2m. Then you solve this, you will get m equals to 3. Once you get m, substitute m equals to 3 into 1 so that you can get the value of n. Hence, the value of m is 3 and n is 2. So example 21. Chang and Navin perform an experiment to determine the relationship between variable x and variable y. The equation Chang obtained was 16 in bracket 4 to the power of x close bracket equals to 16 to the power of y, while the equation Navin got was 3 in bracket 9 to the power of x equals to 27 to the power of y. Calculate the value of x and y which satisfy the experiment Chang and Navin have performed. So, this is equation obtained by Chang and this is Navin. So, 16 changed to 4 square. 16 here also 4 square. And then 2 times, this is multiplication. So 2 plus x. Don't make mistake here. This is not 2x. This is actually 2 plus x. Because 4 square bracket 4x mean 4 square times 4 to the power of x. So this is the first equation. And for this, 9 changed to 3 square. 27 changed to 3 cube. Same goes to this. This is 1. So 1 plus 2x. So this is the second equation. So we solve this equation by elimination method. Just now we solved the two equations by using substitution method. So this is elimination method. So the equation 1, we times 2. So get 4 plus 2x equals to 4y. So this is equation 3. The equation 2 remain unchanged. So here we want to eliminate x. So we subtract or minus these two equation. So 3 minus 2. So this is equation 3. This is equation 2. So 4 minus 1 is 3. 2x minus 2x is 0. 4y minus y is y. 4y minus 3y is equal to y. So the answer for y is 3. Once you get the value of y, then substitute y equals to 3 into equation 1. So this is equation 1. So substitute 2 plus x equals to y. Y substitute with 3. Then you will get x equals to 4. Hence, x equals to 4 and y equals to 3. If you don't understand or don't know how to solve this using elimination and substitution method, please refer to your textbook Form 2. Okay, this is your homework. Dynamic challenge, skill enhancement, and self-mastery. Okay, that's all from now. Thank you and see you in the next video.